Amelia. It's hard to take a friendship like ours and condense it into a paragraph. I suppose I could hit the highlights like retreats or leading family groups, but I honestly believe it's those little moments that make this friendship beautiful. Like the time I thought it'd be a grand idea to hammer things on my wall at 1 a.m., or when Avery decided it would be a nice little experiment to drink from a glass without hands, or even better, when you fell asleep flat in the middle of a conversation on the phone. Thanks. Your love for Joe Burrow is truly something, but even greater than that is your love for God. Witnessing the ways God has and continues to work through your everyday life is a journey I'm forever grateful to be a part of. Thank you for the way you give your heart to so many others and the discipleship you constantly embody. Thank you for the wisdom you give for a time in need and the laughter you rejoice in for a time of joy. Thank you for showing me true friendship and for each indescribable memory. But most importantly, thank you for leading me and so many others closer to Christ. You have a gift that you should be proud of, one that God trusts you with to do amazing things. My hope is that when you leave this East Cobb bubble, you never forget how to find your way back home, that you take what you've learned and what you've been through to go out and change the world, one Joe Burrow at a time. The thing about friends like you is no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. As you journey through this next chapter of your life, always remember that you can grow up and make new friends, but the truth is, there's nothing like old friends.
Kendall, I met you almost 4 years ago when I gave you some tissues on our confirmation retreat, not really knowing how great of a friend you would become in the years following. On top of that, I never realized how much you would impact my faith life by encouraging me to go to Mass and Life Teen each week, go on retreats, and so much more. I think now more than ever, it is easy for someone to lose sight of what their faith means, but that was never the case with you. In every sense of the words, you have helped me become who I am today, and I am incredibly grateful to you for that. You never had a quick or harsh judgment, never let your friends feel left out, and never gave up on what you believed in, and made me want to do the same. From the late nights to the random conversations, you were always there when I needed a friend, advice, or a pun. While our high school days are over, and we will be hundreds of miles apart, I have no doubt that you will continue to be a positive voice in my life and inspire me to continue my faith life into college and beyond. May God continue to look after you in all the adventures that lay before you.
Hey Lex, this is the affirmation letter that I made for you.
When I first started coming to St. Anne's, I found it kind of difficult to make friends. Having that many kids in one church, it was intimidating to say the least. It wasn't really until I met you that I finally felt comfortable coming to Mass and going to life nights. I really enjoyed spending time with you. You're just so kind and genuine, and you have a very firm faith. You've inspired not only me, but many other people to strive to be model children of God. Also, I know that it's a bit of a cliche, but you're really smart, probably the smartest person I know. And now you're going to Auburn. Gotta say, I'm super proud of you, and I can't say I didn't see it coming. I also know that it might not be easy adjusting to college life, and you might start doubting yourself. If that ever happens, just remember that you're not alone. Ever. You're never alone. You can always text or call, but most importantly, you can always talk to God. Hopefully we can talk soon, and with that being said, peace out, Make-A-Wish.
So this is for Allison Middendorf. I met Allison this year in December, and I had just switched parishes to St. Anne's, and I was super nervous because I didn't know anybody and I was so scared, and I'm really shy, so I wasn't sure who to introduce myself to, and so I walked in my first life night feeling just terrified. And Kelly introduced me to Allison. She was like, there's this girl Allison, and she's a senior, and she's in the LTLT. She's super nice. She's going to introduce you to everyone. And so I was like, oh, that sounds great. And so she introduced me to Allison, and Allison is just the sweetest person ever. She had this giant smile, and she just made me feel so comfortable during the whole Life Team night and introduced me to so many friends that I now know and I'm friends with. And she just made me feel so comfortable. And every night that I came back, she always found me and brought me over to a group of friends and introduced me to so many people. and she's just so genuine and so sweet, and she convinced me to go on the confirmation retreat as well. And that's where I just saw like how strong her faith was and how much it inspired me to have a strong faith as well. So I'm super excited to see what the future holds for you, Allison, and I love you. Bye.
Hey Ashley, I am so grateful we got to go through the last 4 years together, and of course even a little bit in middle school. But you have an amazing work ethic, a beautiful smile, and a heart that looks out for others, a never failing positive outlook, and you are just an all-around great person. I remember when we first met at our middle school mission, and you were a horse girl and I was a band kid, and we did not get along at all. And here we are, several years later, the same way. You still wear that riding helmet, it makes it fabulous, but we get along much better. Our differences quickly turned into late nights laughing on the floor of your bedroom. When I look back on my favorite memories from the last 4 years, I see you at retreats and mission trips and birthdays and getting yelled at in the library. I love that you're always willing to try something new and push yourself out of your comfort zone, and I know that for that reason you're just going to thrive in college next year. I know I can count on you for a serious heart-to-heart as the gym buddy or the chicken tenders, but in all seriousness, you're a great friend, but an even better role model. You're a problem solver no matter how big or how small, and you know what you want and put the work in to get it. You're kind to everyone, and whether you've known them for years or you just met, you're just so sweet to everyone you meet, and it really shows your love of Christ. I truly think knowing you has made me a better person. Because of you, I went to a lot more club meetings, and I turned in a lot more homework in math and Spanish. And the way I've seen you lead people in Life, Team, and Blood is just amazing. You're so genuine and kind to people, and it just has made you such a great leader. There's no doubt in my mind that there are great things ahead for you. You're a woman of good faith, and you are not a quitter. I can't wait to see what you accomplish next year with your infectious laugh and your love of meeting new people. I know FSU is going to be an even brighter and sunnier place with you, and although I'm sad we're not down the street anymore, I know we will always be connected as sisters of Christ, and as always, do such powerful God. Love you.
Hey Avery, it's Julian. Of course you knew that, but I wanted to say happy senior graduation retreat day fun times. You made it this far, and I'm so proud of you. This year was full of wild and crazy things, but you did it. You all made it here, and that is super cool and fun and fantastic. Avery, I wanted to say thank you so much for having such a huge impact on my life and the lives of every person you have met. Since sophomore year, you have been like a big sister to me, a real Mama Aves, if you will, and I can't thank God enough for putting you in my life, and I really believe that you were put in my life for a reason. Avery, I cannot begin to comprehend just how much you have changed my life. You're the reason that I bought my first journaling Bible, which has become the biggest catalyst in my love of Scripture and my relationship with Jesus Christ. Avery, you are constantly a beacon of light, a support system, a rock in my life that I know I can always talk to. You've been there for me in my highest of highs and my lowest of lows. And I cannot thank you enough for every single little thing that you've done for me. Avery, I wish I could give you 1,000 hugs right now, but I'm gonna say from home that I love you. I'm so proud of you. Happy senior retreat day, and I can't wait to come visit you at KSU. Hoody hoo!
Hey Bella, so when Ryan told me that I was doing your senior affirmation, I was so excited, but then once I started to think about it, he told me that I had to do it in 1 to 2 minutes, and I don't think our friendship can be summed up in 1 to 2 minutes, but I'll try my best. I remember the first time I met you was at PSR at St. Anne's. I don't think I ever told you that, but that was truly the first place we ever met. Fast forward to 8th grade mission trip. I remember you looked familiar, but I couldn't remember where I knew you from. I remember that we instantly connected. Less than a year later, we took our first beach trip together, and the rest is history. You've been my best friend, soulmate, go-to person, other half, and the person that radiates Jesus and points me towards Christ in my best and worst times. You're my favorite person to laugh with, my shoulder to cry on in some of my darkest and hardest moments in life. Never have you turned your back on me or told me that I wasn't good enough. You've loved me without limits. Thank you for being my forever dancing partner. You've been the one that can make me laugh, even when I didn't think that was possible. I'm so beyond thankful to call you my best friend, and I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. I love you so much, and I wish you the best at luck at Georgia College this coming fall.
Bess Conway has been one of my closest friends for all throughout high school, and I could not be more thankful for that. She's one of the most reliable friends I've ever had, and I admire how committed she is to every aspect of her life. In her commitment to her friends, band, and most importantly her faith, she displays a strength that I oftentimes envy. She's the kind of person that you can lean on. She fiercely loves and accepts every single person that she faces, and when she sets her mind to something, there's no changing that. Bess is the perfect example of someone who's steadfast in her faith despite keeping her plate full and her schedule packed. Bess, thank you for being a rock for me for these past couple of years. We're soon going to be living hours away from each other, but I find comfort in knowing that I have a strong, reliable friend like you that I can call at any point of life. So go kill it at Mississippi State like we all know that you're going to.
Hi, Bella. I can't believe you're leaving. I have no idea what I'm going to do without you. I only just met you this year, but I feel like I've known you forever. In the short time I've known you, you've impacted my life so much. From helping me whenever I question my faith, to sending me your favorite worship songs, thank you for helping me with my journey to get closer with Christ. You taught me so much. I'm also going to miss all the good times we've had together, like going to Starbucks before school, all the laughs at morning mass, rooming with you on retreat, even getting into a car accident together, and getting confronted by the cops, and so much more. Thank you for the FaceTime calls and always checking up on me. I'm so excited for you as you take on this next chapter of your life. You're going to do great things, and I will always be praying for you. I thought we would have a little more time to make more memories, but I'm so thankful for the time we did have. Thank you for making my first year at Life Teen one of the best years of my life. You're the best big a girl could ask for, and I'm going to miss your kind and radiant heart. But I'm always one FaceTime call away, so call me all the time. Love, your Minnie.
Hi, I'm Trey Griffin, Catelyn Griffin's brother. Next year, Catelyn will be a freshman at University of South Carolina. Catelyn is a big member of St. Anne's in the community. She's a very great sister in church life. She gets me closer to God, she brings me to life nights, she gets me to go to retreats, and she gets me to come to church with her when it's not even Sundays. Catelyn's second home is St. Anne's. She's going to miss it so much, and the people are going to miss her there too. She loves going there to help out, to do anything she can. Catelyn is also a good sister outside of church. She lets me use the car, she drives me places when she needs the car, she buys me stuff, she gets me food, all of it. She comes to my games and supports me. I'm gonna miss Catelyn so much because she means the world to me, and she's just the best sister I could possibly ask for. She does everything I need her to do, and even though she doesn't need to do it. Have fun at USC next season, Catelyn. Love you.
Dear Kate, I'm so proud of everything you have accomplished in your faith life and how far you have come. You are such a great role model for me, especially with church. I'm so thankful for everything you have done for me. Thank you for always having a big smile on your face whenever I see you. Thank you for always asking how my day was and always giving me your big hugs. I can't wait to see what you do in the future. You're going to be something very special, and I can't wait to see it unfold. You are the reason why I'm so passionate about church. I'm going to miss you so much, and I know I don't say it enough, but I love you. Thank you for being the best sister ever. And go Dogs.
When I think of Claire Halloran, I think of one of my most responsible friends. You are so level-headed, always giving great logical advice. You're dedicated to everything you do and have the wisdom of someone much older than you are. Much older. You've accomplished so much, but the truth is, what stands out about you to me is not your many accolades. Claire, your soul is turned out from yourself in a very special way. Although you are level-headed, you have this fearlessness to form your own opinions and forge your own path in the world. You've never really been a follower except to follow Jesus. You are responsible, but more importantly, you are generous without thinking about what someone deserves. You give like you have a love in abundance, and you do. My favorite memory with you, besides our infinite dinners at Taqueria Tsunami, is going to your house for movie night. I remember thinking how generous it was for you to host, but you went far beyond that. You made me feel so welcome and made sure everyone was comfortable. This probably seemed like second nature to you, but so many people I've walked with do not have the same dedicated concern for others. All of your attributes, your intelligence, your responsibility, your dedication, and your control do not overshadow your love. Because when I think of Claire Halloran, I think of my smartest friend, but the friend part comes first. And I know God is so proud of you for that. I love you, Claire. Thank you for being my friend.
Colby, honestly, I don't even know where to start with this. We've known each other for 12 years now, ever since first grade when we started Cub Scouts as Tiger Scouts at PAC 795. And we've been great friends for those 12 years. I remember when we first met. I was walking into Cub Scouts, figured out what den I was in, figured out, hey, my dad's the leader and everything. And we introduced ourselves. And, you told us who you were, and I thought, wow, seems like a pretty cool dude. And, well, we've been friends since. You've always been there for me, and you've always helped me out whenever I need it. I remember in 5th grade, I played right tackle and you played position right next to me. I had no clue what I was doing. I don't know how I started or anything, but I did. And a lot of times I was very confused, and I remember you were always there to help me out. You were always there, hey, do this, hey, this is the play, this is what you can do. And you made sure I did not look dumb, which was very helpful. And I've always looked up to you, because you've always been such an inspiration to me for all the great things you've done. You finished your Eagle Scout way before me, and you pushed me to finish it. After you finished, and after we, helped out with your Court of Honor, you asked me every week, hey, when are you doing your project? Hey, when you starting back up to do to finish Eagle? And you pushed me to stop my break from Scouts and actually finish it. And I'm very thankful for that. And you were also there to help me with most of my project, which not many other people were. And I'm also thankful for that. I'm thankful to be able to call you my friend, and I know God has many amazing plans for you. And I know you're an amazing man of God, and you're going to show that. I hope you have a wonderful time at UGA, and you have a very successful life. Go Dogs.
Christy, we went from being strangers to almost being inseparable in one day. We instantly began opening up to each other, and I really felt like we connected and like you're a soul sister. I love how we are so silly and goofy with each other, and you never fail to make me laugh and smile. I'm also extremely proud of you of how far you've come in your faith this past year. I know it's been difficult, but I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad I've been here on this journey with you. Thank you for always being there for me with no judgment. I know I can truly be myself around you. We can go a couple months without seeing each other, and it's like nothing has changed between us. I'm so glad that God has brought us together, and I'm so lucky I get to call you my friend. I know you're going to do great things next year, and I'm only a phone call away. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Good luck and congratulations, and I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Love you.
Connor, we go way back to PSR. In fact, I think we were even in the same class and even in the same small group in Life Teen. I don't think I'd be where I am right now in my faith life without you. Being from outside the school district, it was tough to fit in. And every year, you were a rock. And our friendship has been constant. In high school, I always looked forward to the games where our football teams played against each other because I knew we were both in the band. You are incredibly caring, loyal, and a true man of God. Your love for your family is like none other. You put the needs of others in front of yourself. Good luck at UGA, but go Jackets.
Hey Elizabeth, it's Jillian. Happy senior graduation retreat, fun, happy senior affirmation day. I'm so proud of you. You made it. You did it. High school is over, and I am so happy for you. You graduated. Actually, at this point, I literally just commented on your Instagram about you graduating. You look so good, honey. Anyway, I just want to start by saying I wish I had known you so much sooner. Elizabeth, I wish that we had met long before confirmation retreat this year. And even though girl talk at 1 a.m. with you and me and Avery and Ainsley was literally the best thing to ever happen to me on a confirmation retreat, I wish I had known you sooner. You are such a light. You are just this happy, bubbly presence in everyone's lives. And I really believe that everyone is honestly blessed to get to know you and to get to see that beautiful smile on the weekly basis. Elizabeth, I am so proud of you and the woman that you have become, and your faith is so inspiring. Your story is so inspiring, and I could only hope to lead a life as you do, rooted in your faith, rooted in Jesus Christ, and I know you will go on to do big, beautiful things. Elizabeth, I am so proud of you, and I hope you come visit, because we're going to need to do a lot of hanging out. I love you, girl. Happy Senior Retreat Affirmation Day.
Hi, Murphy! I don't know how to put in words how much our friendship has changed my life. I've never met anyone that has brought me so much closer to Christ when I had a bad day and struggled coming to church some nights, or eaten tons of Chipotle and blasted Lost in the World by Kanye on our best days. But most importantly, I am so thankful every day Christ brought you into my life. You are someone that never judges, always is lifting others up, brings the best goofy energy, and knows how to share his love with ease. And is the absolute best dance partner in the mosh pit at Stoopy. Simply put, thank you for being you and never stop being you. Next year is going to be so tough not being able to drive to your house what seems like every other day to see you, but you did a really amazing job making me miss someone that I'm so lucky to call my best friend. I love you always, and the one time I will ever say this, go Tigers!
Hey Elizabeth Schultz, Schultzy, E. Schultz, whatever you want to call me. This is absolutely crazy how you're going into college. I do not know how the heck time has flown by so fast, but it has. So I met you during 8th grade retreat. We clicked so fast, and then we were partying to Disney songs the night that we met, and it was so much fun. And then you were attacking me during the paint war the next day, which was so funny. I won, by the way, but that's another story. But I'm just so glad I met you. You're such a positive person. You're so funny, and you've made such an impact on my faith life and Christian life, and you've always been there for me, and that means so much. And I just cannot believe that you are going to college already. Like, it's crazy. So you're such an amazing, loving person, and you bring a smile to anyone's face. You always bring a smile to my face, and you always make me happy. You brought me donuts that one time. That literally made my day. You're going to do great in college. You're so smart. You've got this. I've had 4 cousins. You've definitely got this. So I just hope you have a fun time. Don't party too much. Stay safe, and come back and visit, please, because you're going to have to come back and visit, but I'm going to miss you, and thank you so much for going to Six Flags with me. That was so much fun. I hope I can see you again one more time before you leave, but if not, it's completely fine. Have fun, and we'll talk soon. Love you.
Dear Megan, I've planned on writing this for you for a long time, yet I didn't expect for it to be this hard to do. Not because I can't think of what I want to say to you, but because it is truly impossible to encompass our friendship in just a short affirmation. It's hard for me to talk about just a few things when I spend pretty much my entire life with you. I remember watching the seniors on the stage at the Woodlands give their affirmations and barely being able to get words out because they were crying so hard. It was only my first retreat, and I was already thinking about how that day would be for me when I'm a senior, and whose affirmation I would do. It's crazy how I wasn't even friends with you then, and how much has happened over the years to lead to this. Unfortunately, along with many other of senior things that we had planned, our very last spring retreat was taken away from us. I know this isn't the way we planned this moment to go, and I hate that I don't get to be on stage with you reading this to you, but I'm going to try to make it just as good. I'll start from the beginning. I met you at the very end of our freshman year, and if you don't know the story of how we met, it's pretty funny. But one thing led to another, and pretty soon we became inseparable. You became the second version of me I never knew I was missing. You are the kind of friend that I can spend a silent car ride with without it being awkward, and can scream a song at the top of our lungs 5 minutes later and make jokes that nobody but us thinks are funny. After sleeping in the same bed on every single retreat we've ever been on together and sharing a twin bed for a week straight at the beach, somehow we have never gotten sick of each other. When I think of a memory of us that has been very significant in the course of our friendship, I always think of the same one. It was on sophomore service day when we had adoration that night in the White Chapel. I remember during that time, you were going through some difficult things and were not at your best point. I remember sitting there with you for a while when the singer started playing a new song on the guitar. We didn't know the words to it because we've never heard it before, but for some reason you started to cry, which made me start to cry. For the rest of that song and for the rest of that adoration, we cried the hardest that I've ever cried while holding on to each other. The song was Reckless Love, and ever since that night, whenever that song came on during adoration or worship, we always found each other right away and ended up crying together just like that night. To be honest, I'd be a completely different person if I had never met you. I would probably make some better decisions, but I would not have nearly as much fun as I do when I'm with you. You never pass up a last-minute plan or a chance to do something stupid with me. From crashing our family's golf cart into your brother's car without even being in it, watching you almost die on the rope swing, all the beach trips, random car rides, the millions of Snapchat memories, and more things that I can't even think of right now. All I can say is thank God for Megan Mullen, because without her, who knows if we would still be alive. Even though you still can't use directions when you're driving, even if your life depended on it, or know how to eat anything besides Chex Mix and Starbucks, and you always complain how I drive, I still love you. You are the first person I want to tell when something good happens to me, and the first person that I want to be with me when the bad things happen. You know how to love me and understand me better than anyone else. You have a way to comfort me that no one else does, and I don't think you know how much you've helped me get through. You go out of your way to help people, and have even been there for me to help me get through things at times where you were hurting too. You know how to put my feelings into words and know exactly what to say all the time. You have held me while I cry and have made me laugh when it felt like nothing else could. Thank you for being the one to always show up for me when I need it the most. You've taught me what a soulmate really is, and I'm so lucky that God chose to put you in my life when he did. You make every single person around you better, including me, without even realizing it. I know this would all be so much different if we were going to separate colleges, but I'm pretty sure no one is surprised that we're going to the same one. I can't wait to walk through this next chapter of life with you and witness some of our best times of our lives together, as well as the tough ones. Wherever our lives take us after college, whether we're living together because no one else can stand us, or living completely different lives, there will always be a part of you and me forever, and you will always be my best friend. Love you.
Hey Emily, it's Drew coming to you virtually, and I just want to say first off, congratulations on graduating VT and completing the St. Anne's Life Tuning program, especially in this crazy year. Those are two things that you should be very proud of, and you should also be very proud of the person that you are. Ever since I met you back at the St. Anne's Charleston mission trip in 2018, you have pursued a friendship with me. And that's saying something considering I was a shy kid that wasn't too outgoing back then. Yet you continued to be a friend to me, and we've had great times ever since then. We've had great talks, we've had great memories, and you're just a really great person because I've had experiences with you that I haven't had with many other people in terms of opening up about my testimony, opening up about my life, and you've opened up about your life too. And I feel like our friendship is really special. Like, you are about the truest definition of a friend that I could have. We have had, like I said, we exchanged testimonies. You wrote me a letter of affirmation my senior year, which was kind of funny, but overall it was a very touching letter. Like, I loved seeing that. And I am very happy that you chose me to do your affirmation video, because that really shows that our friendship is amazing. And I've loved what it's grown to the last 2 years. Always enjoy talking to you, taking time out of my day, you taking time out of your day to talk to me. Like, it means a lot because our conversations are very genuine. They're very fluid. Like, we definitely have a great friendship, and I'm very, very glad you have been in my life. And I'm very grateful for the person that you are. And I'm sure a lot of other people in the program are very grateful for the person you are, because you've been such a great friend to me. I just know you've been a great person to other people too. Georgia College is getting a very, very good person, and I just wish you the best. And Emily, just keep on keeping on.
To the person that shaped my life the past year that I've known you, I'm beyond proud to call you my big sister and biggest supporter. Since the moment I met you, I knew we were going to be inseparable since we clicked so fast and got along like sisters. Even though it's only been barely a year since we've met, I feel like I've known you almost my entire life. I came into life teen, uncertain and shy, but you helped me grow and filled my days here with so much joy and love, and that is one of the things I will forever be thankful for. From my first retreat at Hidden Lake to shopping adventures on the weekends and random nightly FaceTime calls, memories like these are ones that I will forever cherish, and I pray that they continue. I also pray that one day I can be just as an amazing, funny, and radiant leader and friend at this church as you have been to me. You guided me here and helped me create this place feel like my second home. And even though you're nearly 3 years older than me, I feel as if we are the same person in different stages of life. We have so much in common, it's a little concerning. One of the best things you have taught me throughout this year is the importance of treating every day like a party, to enjoy the little moments with your friends, and to never take a good 5 p.m. Life Teen Mass for granted. The time has come that you graduate and go into this new chapter of your life in college, and I can't wait to see you grow and spread love in that new environment like you did for me. And I'm still waiting to decorate your dorm with you. I love you forever and always.
Gracie girl, G-Wart. I know this whole St. Anne's senior experience looks a whole lot different than you'd ever imagined that it would be. I'm so sorry to you and the other seniors who did not get the opportunity to go on spring retreat this year. With that being said, I'm still very grateful that you're getting the chance to hear in this moment how much you have impacted my life for the better. When I look at our friendship, a lot of things come to mind, but one word that sticks out to me most is irreplaceable. Our friendship is something that strikes me as irreplaceable because there is and will never be someone like you who will have the ability to bring me the light of Christ like you have been able to do over the past year. You are the best friend that I never knew I needed. Before we got super close about a year ago, I didn't know I was deserving of having someone like you in my life. You are the most generous, selfless, optimistic, strong, and faithful friend I have ever had. Even when things have gone wrong in your life, you handle them with such grace, no pun intended, and give your struggles up to God for Him to take care of. To me, that is the most special part of our relationship, is that it is built on the foundation of God. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to get to know Grace yet, she is not the type of person to just say she is going to pray for you. Grace is the type of person who will pick up the phone at any hour of the night and call you. I will never forget when it was almost 3 a.m. and I was out of town and texted her that I was having an anxiety attack. She called me right away and started talking me through it and led me in the most beautiful prayer that I think I've ever heard. To her, it might not seem like a big deal, but to me in that moment, it meant the world. Grace, you've constantly pushed me to be a holier person. Whether it is you reminding me to journal, praying with me before bed at our sleepovers, or treating your enemies with love, you constantly inspired me. In addition to the deeper sides of our friendship, I am also forever thankful for our memories. Here's some classics just to name a few. Bulldozer, Sprite chugging competitions, my infamous cat noises, the back massages I forced you to give me, all the countless 4x4 runs, Wendy's is superior, the traumatic sunrise drive, our beautiful harmonies, Kelly knows what we're talking about, fluffy pancakes, Martine and Strawberry's love-hate relationship, passion dances, Sam's accident involving body armor, the Broad Girl mishaps we had in the ocean, me destroying you in the card games, she's an angry elf, and so much more. I honestly am going to have a hard time next year not being able to come to your house and take naps with you every weekend, but I'm beyond excited for you to have the most amazing college experience. You deserve everything good that comes your way, and I hope you always believe that. My prayer for you is as that you close this chapter of your life and open the next, that you always remember your identity is found in Christ, and that you are never afraid to show that. Thank you for loving and supporting me with your steadfast love. You are one of the biggest blessings in my life, and I can't wait to watch you grow even more. Never forget, I am always behind you, cheering you on. I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much. Go Vols, baby!
Surprise, Grayson! I am here to give you your senior affirmation. So, I wanted to remind you of what makes you oh so special to me. So here it goes. I remember being in English class with you sophomore year and how serious you took the vocab competition. That is where I learned that you were very determined. You put your whole heart into everything you do. It took a long time for you to come to terms with us being best friends, but you finally did. When you commit to something, you are in it for the long haul, and you were always there for me when I needed to cry, or needed a hug, or just needed someone to make me laugh. I remember you calling me on my first day in my mom's apartment, and calling and talking to me while my parents were in the midst of separating, and you were there for me. You made me feel normal, and you made me feel like I had some consistency in my life, which helped me more than you know. I always wanted you to invest in your relationship with God and come to St. Anne's, and you finally started to come more regularly and getting involved. And this is by far the proudest I've ever been of you. Yes, winning a state championship 3 times and committing to West Point are great accomplishments. But you choosing God and your faith filled me with such joy. I constantly prayed for you, even in our worst times, because I saw something in you. I saw your leadership, I saw your passion, I saw your determination, and I saw your undying love. You applying to be an LTLT was such an amazing day. I knew you were nervous and sweating and anxious, but I could not imagine my senior year at St. Anne's without you. And then you asking me to be your homecoming date while holding the balcony door, being on hospitality committee, was kind of the most amazing thing. Our weekly proposing to each other and me taping your wrists was something I always look forward to. I have cherished each and every moment with you, good or bad, and you will always be in my heart. I will never stop praying for you, and I cannot wait to see the man you become. I will always be your biggest cheerleader, and I love you so much. Bye, Grayson.
Hope, I can't believe that I've known you for so long, but I've just gotten to know you over the past 2 years. I remember in elementary school, in after-school choir, Mr. T would always say, "Where's Hope? We need our Hope." And I just thought you were like a really cool person to get to know. And so when I came to high school, I did through theater. And then I found out that you also went to Life Teen, which was super cool because I came a little late, so I didn't know as many people. So it was really cool to have an upperclassman that I knew from school and from church. And I'm so sad that I didn't get to really say bye before you left. But I just want to let you know that I wish you the best of luck. And I'm going to miss you, and I hope I'm going to be able to see you sometime soon.
Jared, I wish our year wasn't cut so short. I've always admired for your love of music, but we never got the chance to jam. So sometime, I'll play sax and you play the guitar. You're a friend to everyone, and seeing you be drum major in the band proves the kind of leader you are. You're a true man of God. It's been awesome to get to know you in Live Team. Good luck in college.
Julianna. Growing up, I can easily say you have been the best older sister and best friend a girl could ever ask for. You have always been someone I can look up to or lean on, and I am forever thankful for the impact that you have made on my life so far. If you don't know Julianna, well, her goofy, quirky, and fun-loving personality is one like no other, and that is one of the many, many things I adore about her. Julianna. You have always had so much joy in your heart, part of the reason being because you don't care what others think of you. God made each and every one of us unique and perfectly made in our own ways, and you have set a perfect example of how to live that out. Over the years, I know you and I have noticed how different our personalities are in certain ways, but you have no idea how grateful I am for those differences and how they have inspired me to be a better person. You have this glow inside of you where you are just so fun and fun-loving all the time and nobody can tear you down. Even though these past couple of years with friends and school, it feels like that unique part of you has been put to the test, I've seen God working through you more than ever. close friends have turned their back on you and put you through what feels like rock bottom, yet you have this fire inside of you and you're one of the strongest people I know. That is one trait I definitely lack, but I know that is something I can always look to you as motivation and an inspiration. God has given you so much courage and strength like nobody else I know, and you have put it to use by fighting through some of the toughest battles and helping others fight theirs as well. You are always the lending hand to people when they are in need of a friend or just support through a tough time. I will never forget the time you reached out to a girl a few months ago when she was in need of a true friend. Unfortunately, it meant you had to sacrifice a few of your own friends to welcome this girl into your friend group, but you did it anyways. You have overcome some of the toughest battles I could honestly never imagine myself getting through, and it's been so inspiring to watch you grow and become such an amazing, independent, strong person because of it. So as I mentioned before, you have made such an enormous impact on me and my life like nobody else could. On another note, you and I have always had this weird bond where we can pretty much make each other laugh at any moment in any situation, sometimes not in ideal or appropriate settings, but somehow those moments tend to be the funniest. Sometimes you don't even know it, but I'll be in a bad mood or just having a rough day, but your fun, joyful self and our little funny moments will make my day and really just lift me up from whatever bad mood I was in. Our personalities have always complimented each other because sometimes I get quiet or just keep to myself, but you have always been so outgoing and willing to do whatever it is to put a smile on someone's face. Your goofy self and our inside jokes bring out a side of me that most can't. With that said, as you go off to college, I'm going to miss you more than words, along with our late night movie marathons that consist of your weird Disney movie obsessions and your goofy self that always lightens the mood around the house. You have already achieved so much these past couple of years, not only through swimming but in your faith life, and I'm so excited to watch you grow and succeed in the big world. God has so much more in store for you, and I'm praying for you each and every day as you take this next step in your journey. Thank you for being my rock and my inspiration in a countless number of ways. I love you forever.
Hey Lauren. Wow sis, have we been just waiting and dreaming for this moment for so long, and it's finally here. I'm so grateful that we got to go on this journey together because it has been truly such an honor to witness you grow over the past few years. This affirmation was so much harder to write than I thought it was going to be. I mean, how do you sum up 18 years in just 2 minutes? Because it's impossible to do that, I'm going to focus on just a mere 5 minutes. Last year at Catch the Spirit and Girls Session, we started a dance party right as all the guys left because, I mean, what else would you do? Right as Begging on Your Knees from Victorious came on, we all started dancing and partying it up with our friends and some of the girls from our small group, but like always, there were still a few girls hanging onto the wall without anyone to dance with. Your selfless and generous heart saw them and pulled them into our dance party, showing them that they did belong, and we partied until the song ended. You honestly probably don't even remember that because it's something so small, but it meant just the world to them to be included. I could go on and on about the little moments just like this one, from going out of your way to hold someone's hand during the Our Father, to scooting over to squish just one more person in your pew at Mass, even when Kelly says to spread out, where you so generously invite people in to show them that they do belong and they do have a home here. You do it all so humbly and selflessly without bragging or demanding attention. Just like there's one more celebration in heaven when one sinner returns than 100 saints, there is so much more joy when you find that one underdog, that one teen on the border of belonging, than inviting 100 teens who know they belong to our dance party. Thank you for teaching me how to love well and how to expand my heart to make more room to love more and more. You've captured the Father's heart and have shown us all what it means to love so generously, and I can't wait to see the fruits of your generous heart grow even more as we begin our next journey. I love you so much, sis, and I'm so proud of the woman you have let Christ mold you into.
Hey Lexi, I cannot believe after living together for our entire lives, you're finally off to college, a new chapter in your life. I'm so incredibly proud of you for how you handled these tough times these last couple of months. You have been a crazy influence in my life. Don't worry, good things only. For starters, you have made my decisions 100% easier because I have followed your footsteps. When we were little, I copied you because I looked up to you and still do. You inspired me to go into the Life Teen program because I saw how tremendously your faith grew and the amazing relationships you made seemed too good to pass up.
You are my best friend, even when it doesn't feel like it. You encourage me when I'm down and inspire me to be my better self. Thank you for being a positive role model by always choosing what's best for you, persevering through hard times, or helping me when no one else does, which seems to happen a lot. I'm so grateful you have an amazing sister like you in my life, and I cannot wait for your college journey to begin. Thank you for always being your goofy self. Love you.
Hey Maddy, I know you're going off to college and everything, and obviously you're leaving me behind, which sucks, leaving me with the parents. Not cool. But I just wanted to say congratulations, and I'm super proud of you, and I know you're gonna go on to do great things, and I know that because I've lived with you all my life, and I know the incredible talent that you have and everything you bring to this world, and I want to say I'm so blessed to have you as my sister. And I know I used to annoy you very much when I was a kid, but I just wanted to, acknowledge the fact that our relationship, as siblings is really good, and, I'm gonna miss that the most. And I mean, obviously we'll still have it, but, it's gonna be tough not having you around all the time. But, I just want to say I've had a really, really great time with you, being at the house and everything. And I know we'll still be doing crazy things, and slingshot chicken, it's always a good one. Crazy things like that. Chucking tacos at people, never gets old, man. And I just wanted to say, I'm super proud of you, I love you, and I hope you do the best in college, because I know that whatever you end up doing after college, whatever you end up facing in college, any challenge, you're gonna face it head on and you're gonna do great. And I just wanted to say that we're all blessed to have you. Everybody in this world is blessed to have you, and you're gonna do great. I love you.
Hey Matt, it's Bella here. Right now I'm at the lake, as you can tell, and I remember this is actually one of the places that we came, I want to say about a year ago. I saw it under our Snapchat memories, and it reminded me, or just being out here reminded me of you, because I remember we were sitting in those chairs over there, and we were just like talking about life and how excited we were to go on the boat. And little did we know that we would still continue our beautiful friendship, even to this day, and still continue to be the amazing friends that we are. I'm so thankful for you, Madison, and I'm so thankful for being in your Spanish class freshman year. And I remember, I think it was the second week, you came up to me and you asked if you could sit with me and my friends at lunch. And little did I know that, from you sitting with us, that you would become literally one of my best friends. Madison, you mean so much to me, and I just can't even put into words how much you mean to me, because our friendship is so special, and I love you beyond words can say. And I just know that no matter where you go in life, you are going to flourish, because you are just so kind and joyful and radiant, and I know that people will just gravitate towards you because you just have that radiant love that the Father has blessed you with, and that love is just so abundant, and you are just so giving of that love, and it's just so beautiful to see you flourish in life as you continue to give that love to others, to me and to your other friends. There's no question why you have so many friends and why you've gotten so far in life. And I know that we're going to be far away in mileage, but I know that no matter what you're going to do and wherever you go, that you're going to continue to blossom, and that you are going to continue to be a living light of the Lord's love to everyone around you. And I'm so excited to be a bridesmaid at your wedding one day. And I will continue to support you wherever you go. I'm just so thankful for you, and I love you so much. And I know our friendship will continue because we're sisters in Christ, and we have the Lord's light to guide us wherever we go. My prayer for you is that no matter where you go in life, you always stand tall, and you always live out your faith courageously. One of my favorite quotes, I guess, from Cinderella is always be humble and kind, and I think you live that out so beautifully. And I just pray that you continue to live kindly and courageously, and that you are, that you just continue to be a blessing to everyone around you, and that you just always lift others up and bring them to the Lord, and that you may always be kingdom-minded. I love you so much, Madison, and good luck in Pella. You're gonna do great.
Hey Maggie, how the heck have we gone from those crazy third graders running around on the Mount Bethel playground to discovering and living out our identity as brave women of God? Our journey together has truly been one of the most beautiful and fruitful adventures I've been on. From sneaking snacks on the mission trip to jamming out to High School Musical in Ryan's car to being in such a small group twice. We have had so many laughs and have created so many memories together. But I think it's also fair to say that between the two of us, we've had plenty of heartbreak and tears over our time here in Life Teen. When Ryan interviewed me for LCLT this year, he told me to pray about and live out 2 words, vulnerable and authentic. You, my sweet friend, have displayed these fruits so beautifully. Besides your fearless courage, I think the greatest gift God gave you is how willing you are to be vulnerable and allow the Lord to work in your life. While I have a hard time opening up to people, you always so willingly share your story so honestly and authentically. No matter how ugly, you always allow the Lord to tell you the truth, just as the hemorrhaging woman did. And because of your honesty and vulnerability with the Lord, we can see the fruits of it today. I've seen you help so many girls in our small group and within this program so much by just your honest and open testament to His goodness and His faithfulness in your life, despite any mess and ugliness. Just as Mary did, you never hold back in giving your yes to the Lord and allow Him to tend the soil of your soul. Thank you for your authentic friendship and for teaching me how to lean in on the Lord. I love you so much, Maggie, and I'm incredibly thankful and proud to call you my wildflower.
To the greatest example and best friend I could ever ask for. Writing this is not the easiest thing to do because it has made me realize that you won't be across the hall anymore. Our relationship as sisters has never been full of words and conversations, but suddenly I am full of things I want to say to you. First off, thank you for being the perfect example of who I want to be. You show me what it means to be led by love and how to share that love with those around me. You see the best in everyone, and it's one of the things I admire most about you. Your relationship with God has always remained focused, and seeing how important that is to you makes me proud to call you my sister. I cannot wait to see where you go in life and how many more people you will touch along the way. Although I am so proud and so happy for you for getting into Tennessee, I'm really going to miss you. The thought of you being in a totally different state is unreal. You made these past 15 years of my life better than I could have asked for, and it's going to be hard adjusting to life without you by my side. I am so proud of who you are and what you have accomplished, and I can't wait to see what big things God has in store for you. I love you with all my heart.
Michelle. Mikey G. Dude. What an adventure we have had. I mean, we went from complete strangers to friends in a week to kind of friends to running into you at my junior prom to friends again. I mean, who does that? There was like a good 2 years where this was non-existent. No, but seriously, I was just thinking about what to say because, I mean, sorry, Kelly, I know you're seeing this too, but I literally already sent you your affirmation like 2 months ago. So that's kind of awkward. But, you know, I kind of left out some of the story just because, I mean, I thought a lot of people would be seeing this. But, I mean, now that it's just you and me, I thought I'd let you know the real reason that we kind of met. Obviously, you know, Lindsay had a crush on you in 8th grade, going into freshman year, and for some reason, she asked me to go up and talk to you on 8th grade retreat and kind of start up a conversation. So I went up to you and I was like, oh, okay, like, it's your typical lax bro. He's got like the Justin Bieber haircut. You know, like, what, like, there's like no chance that like a friendship is
gonna come out of this. And I just remember going up to you and like just kind of like striking up a conversation, and I was like, oh, he's not that bad, cool. So I don't know what happened, but we were placed in a group chat together, and the rest is just kind of history. I mean, we talked about things that like I wouldn't even talk about with my mother. Which is crazy, like, to think about. But through those weird conversations and, you know, just kind of our friendship, I think I learned, like, what it means to truly have a good guy friend who respects you and who loves you and, like, doesn't put any expectations on that. And that's so important because so many girls today don't know what kind of relationship that is. But you've taught me that in order for a guy and a girl to be friends, all it takes is respect and love and nothing less. And I really appreciate all that you've done for me. Being there for me and helping me with my guy problems and, you know, just encouraging me through it all, because without you, I definitely wouldn't have felt like I could have a good friendship with a guy. And I wouldn't feel like I could have a friendship with a guy and it doesn't have to amount to anything. You know, it's just about spending time with that person and just accepting them the way that they are. And so I really appreciate that. And I love and respect you so much, Michael. And I know you're going to do amazing things. And I hope that, I hope we stay friends long enough for me to see it and to just cheer you on through that. I love you, Michelle. I can't wait to hear all about your adventures at Auburn. And don't forget, I'm your best wing woman.
Morgan, I know you already know I wrote you an affirmation on your birthday, but I could just say so much more. You are my role model, and all I have to say is that you are the most self-giving, kind-hearted, and authentic human being that I have ever met. We always joke around about how you are literally the giving tree, but in reality, you really are. This quote from the Giving Tree really sums you up. And she loved very, very much, even more than she loved herself. Morgan, you are home for so many people, and what in the world did I do to deserve you? Thank you so much for everything, but especially just being my accountability partner and being able to just listen. I know I mentioned this, but I will never forget that December 15, 2019, I was falling apart at the seams and a lot of people didn't know it. But I remember that you were not at your best either, and you weren't calm and settled in the fact about going to college and finding your school. But you still continued to go to church, and at that time I was very, very angry with God and with church, and I stopped attending life nights, but you cared so much that you left St. Anne, came to my house, disregarded my mom's wishes, and you and Amelia Cooper physically pulled me out of bed and took me to adoration being held that night. And Morgan Bloom, if you weren't here, I don't know where I would be without you. You are my rock, and I cannot wait to see what God has in store for you. I'm going to miss your bear hugs every single night of life night, and in reality, I'm really just gonna miss you. I cannot see my life without you here, but I love you beyond words, and see you soon, Morgan Bloom.
Hi, Sophie. So I tried to write down my affirmation. I really did. But you know, right now it just goes in my phone, and I'm really just sitting here thinking what I want to say to you because I wasn't really able to write it down. And it's been really hard for me to understand how to write an affirmation for you because most of the affirmations I've seen and heard and like written people, longer ones like this or even filmed, it's been me saying like goodbye to them, or because something monumental has like happened in their life, or it's just something like that. And so this is the first time I'm doing it where it's like we're starting anew together. And I literally do not have the words to express to you how happy I am that I could just literally spend like probably the rest of my life with you. Like the fact that next year we will be together in the same building at the same school, like, still boggles my mind. Like the fact that we were in the same volleyball team and barely even talked, and then you came to St. Anne's and now I can sit here calling you my best friend is just beyond absurd to me. Like the way that you make every single human being you talk to feel so loved, and you do it without even trying. You're standing there and you're like, oh, I have to go say hi to them, and then you go up and talk to them for 20 minutes, or you just see this girl standing there and you just go and talk to her, or I bring a friend to church and you automatically are like, okay, like, let's be best friends. You make every single person feel like they matter in this world. And a big thing is you make me feel like I matter. A lot of the times in friendships, I've just felt really undervalued, and like they have other friends that they care more about than me, and that's probably true a lot of the time, which is okay. And I feel like I put more into friendships a lot of times than I get out, and I'm always really nervous going into friendships with girls that that's going to happen, which is something that I've been trying to work on because I know sisterhood is so strong. But you've really shown me what sisterhood looks like inside the faith, and how outside the faith is still inside the faith. Like every single moment, you bring it back to the core. Even when you don't say it, you do. And it's just so inspiring to be in your life. Sophie, I love you, and I'll probably give you more detailed affirmation to you, but this is really all I could do just to try to express how much you mean to me and the difference you've made on this world. And the fact that you've made such a difference. Like, it's been 2 years in my life, and the fact that you've been here 18 years, that just blows my mind, because you've just done so much to so many people, and it's just crazy that one person can do so much, and you probably sit there and you don't even realize it, and people will compliment you and say that, and you probably don't process it and think that it's true. But the thing is, like, you deserve and should receive every one of those words with confidence, because you're just created so beautifully. And yes, God creates everyone beautifully, but like, Sophie, you just blow my mind. Like, literally, like, imagine a perfect human being, and that is what you, like, are the closest thing to that I can even describe. So I love you beyond anything, and I almost started crying and I'm filming a video, literally just talking to a camera, but that's how much you mean to me. So you're amazing, and I cannot wait to spend 4 years with you. I love you so much.
Hi. So I'm Kay. I honestly didn't know where to begin with this affirmation. In some ways, I'm really thankful this is only a video, so I don't have to talk in person in front of a bunch of people. But honestly, I think I sat here for a solid hour before I could even start writing, because I didn't know how to sum up so much in only 2 minutes. I used to think, like, oh, I'm 2 years younger than you, so I don't have to worry about you leaving until I'm 16, but now I'm 16 and you're leaving, and it's still hasn't completely been processed. There's been so much change this past year, and I can only imagine the sacrifices you've had to make, but I'm really amazed at how well you handled all of them. Throughout every struggle, you remain joyful and strong in your faith, and I really admire your constant persistence to know the Lord and fully live out His plan for you. I'm so grateful you are my sister, and I could probably write a book on everything I have learned from you. I'm so excited that your new school's mascot is a dog, so I can finally hear you say, "Go Dogs," even if it doesn't apply to the ones at home. We'll get there. You are forever my dance partner, and I have always loved escaping to the basement with you and the girls to learn your choreography and perform alongside you to our parents and a full audience. You're beautiful inside and out, and I wouldn't want anyone else as my elder sister. I love who you are, and I can only try my best to follow in your footsteps of kindness and maturity and responsibility at home while you're in college. Thank you for the constant encouragement and love as I try to piece together life. You are such an inspiration, and I'm so excited to watch and see where God takes you. And don't worry, I forgive you for locking me on the back porch and feeding me a slice of cheese for my birthday 2 years in a row. Don't forget how soon you became famous. And I love you, and I can't wait to see how we live out His plan. Bye.
Alright, so this is for Nate Grief, and I was actually really excited when Ryan asked me to do Nate's affirmation because he has been one of my longest friends at Life Teen in St. Anne's, for sure. I think we go back to like 4th grade PSR, something like that, a really long time. And I've been kind of looking back on my years growing up, big part of that being at St. Anne's, and I can really say that Nate has been one of the biggest people in my life as far as developing my faith goes. An example for that, about midway through my freshman year, through midway through my junior year, I went through a really rough patch and my faith tanked as a result. I felt my relationship with God waning to zero, and I really felt that I didn't have a home in the church, or that I could ever really have a home in the church at all. And eventually Nate proved me wrong in that. Eventually I started lecturing with him and the other teen lectors, which is something now I really love to do. I eventually found a friend group because of him in Life Teen, and he just really held me accountable, especially these past 2 years. And so Nate, thank you so much for being there for me and helping develop my faith into what it is today, which I can gladly say is in a much stronger place. I constantly admire the leadership that you showed in Life Teen, from how you really led small groups to how you really tried to keep the group together when quarantine happened, to mixed results. So thank you for that. Honestly, when I think of what a man of God should be, you are the first person I think of. So thank you for being that role model in my life. And I will be forever grateful for that. Love you, man.
Hey, Naomi. I don't even know where to begin. I could talk about how amazing you are forever. Not only have you been a best friend to me, but you have also become a sister. I'll be forever grateful to have you in my life. If there is one word that I could use to best describe you, it would be rare. It is rare to find a person like you. Someone who is kind, loving, a true friend, funny, fearless, faithful, bold, confident, and so much more. But I was lucky enough to meet you. I remember freshman year when we had a small group sleepover and we first started talking about how we both had big families and were both the oldest. Little did we know that shortly after we would become besties. You understand me like no one else. You know when I'm feeling down and how to cheer me up. You know how to make me laugh, and you have never left my side. I aspire to be like you. I aspire to be the older sister you are, the friend you are, the leader you are, the student you are, and the loving person that you are. I'm beyond proud of the person and daughter of God that you are. The way you help lead others to Christ amazes me. I hope you know just how loved you are, especially by me. Even though we are no longer in high school and will be in 2 different states soon, you'll always be my best friend. I'm probably going to FaceTime you all the time, and some of those times I might cry because I missed you so much. But honestly, we are used to long distance since we live 45 minutes apart anyways. UGA is lucky to have you. I know that you're going to do amazing things. I can't wait until Tennessee plays Georgia and I can come to Athens to see you, but mainly to cheer on the Vols, if football season happens. Anyways, thank you for being my diamond in the rough best friend. I really don't deserve you. You are beautiful inside and out, and I know that God is so beyond proud of you. Thanks for being my bestie the past 4 years. I'll miss you so much, and I love you so much.
Hey Nick, I just wanted to say, from me, from our small group, and for everyone you've affected at St. Anne's and BT, thank you so much. You've inspired us all to be stronger in our faith. You've inspired me to put all myself into worship and into leadership. I really admire your persistence and courage and confidence, and you have so many qualities about you that lift people up when they're feeling low, to put a smile on people's face, and to spice up a small group in some way. Our small group this year will be really hard to forget just from all the talks and the memories. And you lifted BT Campus Ministry so high. You've left such a great program behind for us new leaders to follow. I can't wait to continue your legacy at BT and St. Anne's. I can't wait to see how great you're going to be in the future and all the things you'll accomplish in college. No, you'll always have a home here at St. Anne's and BT. We'll always welcome you back. And we wish you all the best. We thank you for everything you've done for us in the program. Thank you so much, Nate. We love you.
Hello, Nicolas. Wie geht's? Hope you're having a great time out there in San Fran. You know, it's really weird you not being here anymore. I'm used to seeing you every day, used to talking with you, used to seeing you being sacristan at Mass and everything. and now you're on the other side of the United States. It's odd. You know, I'm very thankful to call you my friend, let alone one of my best friends, dude. You have always been there for me. You, all 4 years that I've known you, if that's correct, it's 4 or 3, one of those two. But ever since I've met you, man, we've just vibed and been really good friends. One of our favorite memories was from last year after my grandpa passed away. I wasn't doing so well, and that's when I started to come back to church a little bit, but I was kind of drifting away. And you came up to me and asked, hey, you should go to spring retreat. And at first I was like, I don't know, man, I've never been on a retreat and everything. And then you just kept pushing. No offense to the point of where it was annoying, but I'm thankful. And then you started talking to Ryan, and Ryan started pushing. And eventually you convinced me, and I came. And you know, I went and I enjoyed it a lot. And you have been a really big part of my religious journey. You know, you're one of the people who helped me start it, and you've been helping me along the whole way. Anytime I ever have a question, you're always there. Anytime I'm ever struggling, if I ever reach out to you, you're always there. And you know, I'm very thankful to call you one of my best friends, dude. Hope they're treating you well out there on the West Coast, and I know you're gonna do some amazing things out there and have a great life. And I know that God has the best in sight for you. Miss you, bro. Come back soon.
DJ, you've always been a bro to me the past 3 years, and I've really enjoyed being able to get to know you all. I still remember when I met you freshman year and how welcoming and nice you were to me. I'm so glad to have you in my life because no matter what mood I'm in, you always cheer me up and make my day 10 times better. From all the stupid things we've done in the past together and all the jokes we've told each other, I wouldn't trade for the world. Thank you for being a brother to me and always being there for me through thick and thin. Best of luck at Auburn. Love you, bro.
Rose Ferguson is all that I could ask for in a friend. She's energetic and always down for adventure, whether that's thrifting, spending hours at Starbucks, or wandering aimlessly around Atlanta seeking out where every scene of Baby Driver was filmed. Rose has a way of making people feel important and seen. No matter what she's doing, she'll drop anything for a FaceTime call or even change her plans to make time to spend with those that she cares about. When I needed her most, she was there. She hyped me up in outfits that I would never have picked for myself, and she spreads her energy and joy for life with me every day. Although we're now technically rivals, go Tigers, I know that we will always be close. Rose, I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for being unapologetically yourself, and thank you for being an amazing friend.
Simon, during my first 2 years of life team we knew each other, but it wasn't until beach retreat my junior year when we became close friends. Going into the retreat, the only people I was really friends with that were going on it were the Murphys, so we had to find a few other people to sign up with for the car ride down and just for the car in general. You had signed up for Tony's car, and we kind of knew you, so we signed up as well. And from that moment on, we became good friends, and you began to make an impact on my life. You became a role model for me as a member of LTLT and as a man of God. Whenever I had questions about being a leader at Life Nights and even on confirmation retreat, you were always there to answer them. You spread kindness and joy wherever you go. I've never seen you in a bad mood. You're also one of the most honest people I know, and you've always encouraged me to go above and beyond in my faith, such as participating in FCA at school because you were a very big part of FCA at Wheeler, being a leader and all, and even going to Bible study at St. Anne's. Overall, you became one of my closest friends at St. Anne's, and you helped me become a better man of God. St. Anne's life team will certainly miss you. I know I will, and Georgia Tech is very lucky to have you.
I want to start off by saying that Tati was the biggest blessing, and she came into my life when God knew I needed a real and authentic friendship. So I started off my freshman year at Blessed Trinity. I did not know my life was going to change through athletic training. Tati and I instantly clicked, and we began to grow closer as the season went on, and as all my problems that freshman year brought. But she was there for me when no one else was and stuck with me through all the good and all the bad. And she came into my life when I was having a really hard time, seeing that God was with me and that He had a plan for me. And before I met Tati, I was a lukewarm Catholic. I believed in and I loved God, but I still hadn't formed a relationship with Him yet. And her genuine kindness and her love for Christ inspired me to start my faith journey. So in September, she pushed me to go on my first retreat.
And that weekend, seeing Tati's relationship with God really stood out to me. And seeing her live out her faith that weekend helped me truly realize what kind of relationship I desired with Christ for myself. Not only was her faith noticeable on big retreats and faith-based activities, but it was noticeable on a day-to-day basis. And you can tell that Tati's living her life for Christ. But it's crazy to see how far we've come in just one short year, and I'm sad you have to leave me so soon. But 1 year, 365 days has forever changed my life, and I forever thank God for putting such an amazing role model in my life, not only just for my faith, but for everything I do. And no car ride will ever compare to our jam sessions, but it's gonna be hard not being able to see you every day next year, and I love you so much. No words can describe how much I'm gonna miss you. I love you.
Hi guys, I'm Kendall. I'm doing Trey's affirmation today. So I'm just gonna start talking because I get nervous being recorded, so we're gonna make this happen. Great friendships come and go. You have your elementary school playdates and middle school hangouts, but what I wish for everyone is that they just really find a really solid friendship at least at one point in their life. I was blessed with one, hence me giving this affirmation. I met Trey on our freshman year on confirmation retreat. I had some serious allergies and was in dire need of tissues when a prepared Boy Scout gave me Kleenex with the little containers. He had like 4 of them and I used all of them, and that's how we met. So he was there for the rest of freshman year pretty much. We started just tackling freshman year together and celebrating our successes and seeing each other grow as people, and then here we are senior year still friends, and it's just, I'm extremely thankful that he's put up with me for this long. He was there when I needed it most. He's a friend that constantly goes above and beyond and asks for nothing in return. He's the most determined and supportive person I know. He is always there, making sure that when I come back from hard times, I put my feet on the right path with my eyes set on God. And I honestly think it is quite extraordinary that he's put up with me for this long. But I can't wait to see where his future brings him and cheer him on in an effort to be just half as extraordinary as he is. So, 10 out of 10 friend.
What up, bro? I still remember the first time you decided you were going to come to St. Anne's. It was your Lent promise to start showing up to every life night, and I'm sure glad you did. By coming to St. Anne's, you opened a gateway to our friendship that we have been able to keep through high school, and I know that we're going to keep through college. I've had so much fun with you throughout high school, and especially these last couple years. From touching tongues with the babes to our beyond memorable late night trip to Atlanta. It has all been so fun. Maybe not exactly fun, but definitely something that we can look back on and be like, that was dumb, but definitely fine. You've become a great leader through this church, and that's also inspired me to be a better person. You keep me in line, and I'm happy to go in college with someone like you as such an accountability partner, since after all, they do say that learning the hard way is the best way to learn. Either way, I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to live with you next year, bro.
Dear Hoody. No, I'm just kidding. Hoody, I honestly don't even really know what to say. You're such an awesome person, and ever since I met you, it just kind of felt like you took me under your wing. Now, I don't want to just talk all about Stubby, even though it was a great time, and you know, you had the mirror pick, and I'll live on forever. But I want to talk about something that actually surprised me that day. And I think it was the first or second day, and you told the entire group, people, that we should do cabin talk, and we did cabin talk. And I don't know why, but it shocked me to see somebody that I didn't even really know just be out and open about things. And I'd say that's the perfect example of what a man of God should be. Because I'd say because of your openness, the rest of us were open that night. And I'd say it's probably one of the best cabin talks I've had ever. I'd say one other thing that really shocked me was how you reached out afterwards. And how now I can be glad to call you my friend. And my rock climbing buddy. and my chaperone, because I can't drive yet. That's alright. And it sucks that you're leaving. But you're leaving behind this impression of what it means to be a man of God on me and so many other people. That means driving your friend to rock climbing, and that's what that is. But I've seen you grow so much in these past years. And I know you're only going to continue to grow. And you're only going to strengthen your relationship with Christ. So for now, I think it's goodbye, Hoody. But I know you're going to be back because you love Stan so much. And your mom works here, so you're kind of forced. But, thank you, dude. I love you.